Kia ora, I'm Stu, and today is one of the last autumny days, beautiful clear day. Coming up to winter, we thought we'd give you a quick garden and grow tour and give you an update of what we're up to, so stick with us and we'll show you around. One of my favourite plants this year was a Nasturtium we grew. I'll put the botanical name up, but it's this one here, and it's got an absolutely gorgeous little flower, and it's just really sweet, and then you get the nasturtium-y sort of a peppery taste afterwards. It's really, really good. And the best part about it is it has an edible tuber. So we'll go and have a look and see if we can find one of these edible tubers. The frost is here, so it's got in. So we'll have a bit of a dig. Oh yeah, the tuber's like a yam. Have a look over this side. Here's one here. Have a look at that. Beautiful tuber, and it's fully edible. Good plant, this one. So I think we've got quite a good crop by the looks of it. Yeah, there's a heap more in there of these tubers. Yummy, just diced up raw and put in salads and stuff. This tuber's beautiful, plus you can cook it as well. So I'll be playing around with these in the kitchen and see what we come up to. Okay, well we're here, we'll come and have a look at our artichokes as well. I've got the Jerusalem artichokes are ready to harvest, and I've got a new one I'm growing this year called the Chinese artichoke. They look like little hoo-hoo grubs, so we'll put a picture up. But these ones are ready to harvest, so we'll have a bit of a dig around and see how we go, eh? Some here, they grow about 6 foot tall. These are all dyed off, of course, and they have a flower on them, like a sunflower. Same family as the sunflower, I believe. Okay, I grow mine in a tyre because they're very invasive. A little piece of a root will come away in the garden and you don't want it to take over. So the tyre's good, but we'll dig down and hopefully some of these tubers will be ready. There's some here, and they've got a lovely little one. And it's quite a smoky taste. Roast them in vegetables and grill them. You can make soup out of them. Very, very nice vegetable for the winter and extremely hardy. And the more you dig down, the more you'll find them. There's a yeah, look at that. Beautiful. This has become a pretty popular plant I've got, and it's a tobacco plant. Came from the Nelson area, Wachaweka. Bought the seed down and grew it, and it's a good tobacco plant with the price of cigarettes and smoking so high. A lot of people looking at growing their own and using their own, which is probably a more healthier option than the chemicals in the bought one. So I don't mind supplying seed or plants to people. So this is another one I've had for about 4 or 5 years, and you can see it's got seed pods in it and it's just oozing with seed. Beautiful. The old tobacco plant. Over here we have Cape gooseberries. They have a beautiful little yellow fruit, quite tart. Lovely, lovely plant. And they have this gorgeous pod that they grow. You can see some little sacks of pods there that you can see them all through here. They're pretty cool. And inside's a little yellow berry, which is yummy. I guess the disaster we had this year is our heirloom potatoes. We planted 5 sacks of them in a big area in the paddock in the corner of a crop paddock on the farm. And we went to harvest them. They were always good to harvest them late, and some wild pigs had come down off the top of the hill, some little ones, and they'd cleaned up the whole lot, and I've lost most of the strains of it. All I've got left is this tiny little basket of potatoes for seed. So it'll be enough to get started again, but it goes to show no matter how self-sufficient you can be, you always can have things that will do. But mind you, I've got to point out that the pork tasted really nice on the potatoes as well, so it's kind of a win-win situation. For the chilli tour, we have our little bell chilies down here. They're coming in good. There's some long sweet chilies. There's a yum. With our chilies, we didn't have such a great year this year. There wasn't the hours of sunshine in the Catlins. It was quite a dull sort of a start to it, and they got way behind. But what I have got is I've got my plants that are booming now in a few days from winter, so I'm not sure how they're going to fare through winter, but I could be eating chilies all through winter as well. So I'll take you and show you what I mean. Here's some of the plants here. You know, they're just coming away beautiful. If it was at the start of summer, stuff like that would be absolutely rad. But yeah. I've got some nice ones, like look at that beauty there. This is a chili garden. In the background we've got the ricottos. They're starting to fruit up nicely. I found some ricottos the other day. There's 3 different types in there, but the ricotto forest is looking good. But yeah, and look at the little pods on here, they're beautiful. Whether they make it through the winter or not, I'm not sure. We're very lucky this year. North Island Company grew one of our chilies that we grew here, the magma chili. Really nice sweet heat, and it got a good yield off it. So some of our genetics are getting out and about now, and some of the magmas this year are doing really good, and I've crossed them with a scorpion, so we've got a brown magma, which will be an interesting concept. Okay, we'll pop down to the bottom garden and I'll give you a quick tour. Froze very heavy last night, so it's probably not looking too good for the beans, but we'll have a look. Okay, to finish up the tour today, I'll show you our Lima beans. These have been great this year. I built a trellis and we trained them up and grew them from there. And the frost's taken them out, but we've got enough viable seed that they'll go in there perennial, so they'll come away next year. But have a look along the road. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.